14th to the 20th April, that's what they told us, and we are down to the 19th already. This is the ITTF Men's and Women's World Cup from Macau 2025. We are coming at you live from the Galaxy Arena. Sun Ying-sha goes up against Chen Xintong in the next semi-final, and that'll be in the women's, and that's going to be followed by Lin Shidong going up against Liang Jinkung. That, of course, will be the second semi-final of the evening. Now, let's not forget, we've already finished off with two, and there were two well, I would say one result that was good because Kuai Man got the better of, Mima Ito, and good in the sense that it was a massive play from Kuai Man. And then we had another interesting match which went down to a 7-game affair, and that was, of course, when Hugo Calderano got the better of Wang Chuqin, who was the favorite today. Now, Sun Ying-sha faces off with Chen, and one of these two will go up against Kuai Man, who's already made it through to the finals of the 2025 edition of this tournament. Stay with us as the world number 1, Sun Ying-sha, and the world number 4, Chen Xintong, will make their way onto or into the arena. Stay with us. Just in case I haven't introduced myself, my name is Glenn Mascarenhas, and I'm here to take you through these remaining two semi-finals, and of course tomorrow with the big finale where the men and women will go up to find out who will be king and who will be queen bee of Macau 2025. Stay with me, don't go anywhere. I promise you, it's only going to get even more exciting with each passing game.
现场的各位，倒计时时刻，我要听到你们所有人的声音。我们一起从5倒数，5、4。
Let's welcome the players. World number 4, representing China, Chen Xintong. Then, world number 1, representing China, Sun Ying-sha.
The world number 4 and the world number 1, well, getting on to the arena, and it's going to be an interesting one. And that pink area, of course, which the ladies have been gracing for the past week, past 5 days. Today is the 6th day. It's been a very, very interesting one because there have been so many, matches that have taken my breath away, including the one that was played by Kuai Man and Wang Manyu yesterday, when Kuai Man, upset the second seed to gain entry to the semi-finals, and today she made it through to the finals. Chen Xintong, well, she got the better of Bruna Takahashi 4-1 in the quarterfinals to reach the semis, and that was a pretty big one. We saw Bruna Takahashi earlier in the day, supporting Hugo Calderano, and it was Sun Ying-sha who got the better of Cheng Yiming. That was Cheng Yiqing, and that was 4-1 yesterday. It was quite an impressive showing from her. So we are going to get down to the entire list of matches just to show you what progressed. So Sun Ying-sha beat Cheng Yiqing 4-1, and Bruna Takahashi also was beaten by Chen Xintong 4-1. It will be a very, very interesting battle to watch with these two. Now, they've met a couple of times in the past. Let's not forget, we've got, did I say a couple of times? They've met 11 times in the past. 11. And Suning Shah holds the upper hand with 72.7% wins. Shen Tong, of course, has 27.3% wins. And
Red
that means
black.
Sun has won,
What is
Ying Shah has won
red?
8, and Sin Tong has
Red
won 3
for
of
you.
those games. The toss.
Black. Side, you surface, you receive.
So Suning Shah winning the toss and choosing the side. And Shen Tong will, of course, serve. We did get a view of our umpire as well. Our main umpire for today is Si Mei Lan of Hong Kong. She's being assisted by Kong Yung Hee of Hong Kong. Just to get a view now of our stars at the table. Shen Tong, 27 years old, world ranking 4, seeded number 4 in the tournament. Right-handed shake hand grip. And her opponent, the world number 1, who's pretty much known as the Queen Bee of world table tennis. She's been at that top spot for quite a long period of time, very consistent, 24 years old, world ranking 1, seeded 1 in the tournament, right-handed shake hand grip, and defending champion. She won last year, you know, in that fantastic battle against Wang Yidi. So it's going to be a very, very interesting one here for us as, well, Suning Shah goes up against what we know as one of her very, very able and well-skilled rivals. So all that coming up for you just a little bit there. Once again, umpire Si Mei Lan. Let me remind you, of course, that as I said, she is being assisted by Hong Kong's Kong Yung Hee. This game, of course, will finish with one of these young ladies making their way through to the finale, where they will meet 21-year-old Kwan Mai. That, of course, is our very good mascot, Bobo. The ping pong ball in table tennis players' attire. Absolutely love him. He's a cool dude. So just to look at their recent matches, 2025 of the World Table Tennis Championships in Chongqing. It was Suning Shah who got the better of Chen Tong, and that was 4-love. And this was in the final. Then in the ITTF ATTU Asian Cup in Shenzhen also this year, in the semi-final, it was Suning Shah who got the better of Chen Tong, 4-love. But in 2024 and the Fukuoka finals, at the WTT finals, in the round of 16, Chen Tong got the better of Suning Shah 3-2. So most of the results, of course, do fall in favor of the world number 1. 8 matches that she's won out of 11 encounters, while Shen Tong has won only 3. It will be Chen Tong to world serve and to start off proceedings in this battle. Just as early exchanges. Both these players do thrive on that quick movement. Suning Shah, very good body language, looking very, very confident here. Good rotation as far as the shots are concerned. Well, sneaking 2 points away from Chen Tong's serve. And Suning Shah to serve for the first time in this game. And service there. I think Chen Tong has to, well, get her wits together. She's lost a couple of straight points. Would not want to end up with a bagel in the first game itself. Love 4 as it currently stands, love 4. Was just about settling down, and many players do need that. So when you're playing someone like Suning Shah, you've also got to keep in mind the fact that she isn't going to let you settle down. if you haven't. And I would love to see a battle between her and Koi Mon, not taking anything away from Chen Sin Tong, but Sun Ying-Xiao leads 5-love. And first point here for Chen Sin Tong, and that's a good thing. And that's 2 points in the bag. And Xiao just knocking that ball out of the table. Lovely return there from her opponent. Don't forget that both these paddlers represent the Chinese national team. And along with Wang Manyu, that's pretty much the top order that we'd be looking at.
3-6.
Xiao does get the benefit of that. 3-6 now.
Seven,
7-3. Two of my favorite players, not in this year. One, of course, being Ma Long, and the other being Chen Meng. Absolutely love their temperament and the way that they go about their business. Sun Ying-Xiao back again.
7-4.
So 7-4. Chen Sin Tong will have to work for those points. He's got a very, very different approach to the game than Sun Ying-Xiao, although they do play similar styles. It's all about being able to change that direction at will. That's what Sun Ying-Xiao just waits for, the chance to just sneak one in. And here's that winning move. Fantastic ball distribution when it comes to using the table to good measure. Oh, lovely forehand winner. Just had to angle herself a little bit for that. But smart thinking on her part. So 5 points ahead now, Sun Ying-Xiao.
9-5.
Well, that's across the net, but those points will count, so 9-5. I do believe the world number one would want to start off this game on a winning note. Not really have too much of, well, not give her opponent too much of a leeway or breathing space, and I think that that's exactly what she'd be thinking of right now. Sun Ying-Xiao now on game point. I did say there's very similar styles of play. If you look at the two of them, especially their footwork, it's different from players like Wang Manyu or Chen Meng. But these two do play similar on some counts. A lovely effort there from Chen Sin Tong as she takes the points up to 6. She will serve, and if she can hold a serve, she could delay Sun Ying-Xiao from claiming this first game. Well, lovely return there from Johnson Tong. It's up to 7 points, had a bit of a slow start, but she's finding a rhythm. So 11-7, Suning Shah claims the first game. Not a badly fought encounter, if you ask me. I think Chen Tong taking this game back to her, well, national team member. 11-7, first game. I would normally rest easy just to give you a chance to watch the players take a break and get a bit of information from their coaches. This time around, of course, both are national team members. There's going to be no coach around. It's every athlete for themselves. All they have is the couch and the time to rethink if they have to take a timeout. And it's something that a player or a paddler like Quadri Aruna of Nigeria does best. He takes the time out, goes to the couch, sits and rethinks his strategy. And I think that's really unique. I mean, normally if you have, well, you're playing against your countrymen, then of course you would do that, but because you don't have a coach in your corner. But Quadri Aruna travels by himself, and it's quite unique to watch him do that all the time. Well, here's Suning Shah as she starts off the second game. Well, that net's just going to work in favor of her, so it's love one. Johnson Tong will accept those points gracefully. Straight off the edge. Suning Shah just getting back into it. One all. Chen Tong will serve.
2-1.
Well, that's good service from her. Just making the difference here.
2-all.
Ball straight off the edge, but those points will count. 2-all. Goes to Suning Shah. Well, this is interesting to look at the way that Suning Shah would actually move it. She's worked hard with that backhand, and just a good amount of backhand topspin that she's been using. And driving that forehand really strong. It's 2-4. Chen Tong will have to be very, very careful about how she progresses. It's an advantage and a disadvantage to it. The advantage is that both these paddlers know each other's games. They know each other's strategy. Of course, that does change with every single event.
3-4.
And that will be a confident one taken by Chen Tong. It's 3-4 now. Shah not too happy about, well, her efforts in those last two shots, but I don't think she's got anything to complain about as yet. It's 4-all. Oh, lovely finish. Absolutely perfect control there of that point. Stunning Shah, alternating her shots, changed direction a couple of times over, kept the same pace, and that last bit just straight inside the edge. Absolutely wonderful point won there by the world number one. 5-4. Just getting her opponent to put it out, Chen Shintong. Let's not forget that Chen Shintong is a newcomer to the big stage. At a highest ranking of world number 3, 25th July 2023. Current ranking of 4 was on 8th April 2025. She's won a couple of events, including the WTT Star Contender Bangkok 2023.
5-6.
Shah will just get the advantage here. Let's not forget, in 2017, she even beat the iconic and now, you know, I can't say legendary because she's not that old, but she got the better of Ding Ning, and that was in 2017 at the ITTF World Tour Swedish Open. She also defeated Wonjia in ITTF at the Hungarian Open in the World Tour.
7-5.
So, if you're looking at her exploits, she has been up there. She's done a few good bits. Also beat Miyu Hirano of Japan. That was in 2019 at the Czech Open. But as of now, her main focus will have to be this very event, because you either progress to the finale or you bow out in the semi-final. She's up against a very formidable opponent, Suning Shah, who now will serve at 7-5. We're off the edge.
8-5.
But she'll still accept it gracefully. Well, anyone would. Suning Shah, don't forget, started playing table tennis only at the age of 5. But she was an enthusiast, never dreamt of making the team.
9.
By the time she was 10, she joined the Hebei provincial team. Very proactive, quick-witted nature allowed her to learn quickly, make great progress. Her coaches were always impressed with her. Joined China's second national table tennis team in 2015. Drafted into the main team in 2017. And if you take her age into account, she was 16 at the time when she made a debut in the senior international competitions at the ITTF World Tour in Japan. Early success included winning gold in both women's singles and doubles at the Japan Open. And that took her to a world number 10 ranking. Got a strong mental game. Known to stay focused. Will look like she's unfazed through the whole course of the event. But here she is as she leads by 3 points. Chen Shintong, of course, to serve at 6. A lovely comeback there from Chen Shintong.
9-7.
And a well-deserved point as well. It's 9-7. A few errors there. Left wisely by Chen Shintong because she knew it was going to go anyways. Or rather, she gracefully let it pass by. Well, that's never going to work with Suning Shah. Just a gentle jab there from Chun Shin Tong, but that's put Suning Shah at game point. She's good at the net, and that forehand push will just about nail her that point. So now 10-8, or rather 8-10 as Chun Shin Tong serves. Well, keep in mind the fact that if, well, Shin Tong doesn't really pick up a game, this could be over in 4 straight games. Having said that, well, the previous game did prove me wrong when Koi Mon came from 2 games down to win the next 4. A lovely service for that return, unplayable. And it's game to Suning Shah, 11-8. Bit of progress for Chun Shin Tong. She went down in the first one, 7-11. This time it's 8-11. Suning Shah leads by 2 games. Well, as we get ready for the 3rd game, just reminded of a very good conversation with, a very big table tennis star once, and was just talking to him about players. Well, letting shots pass which are actually going to go out, and there's a tendency of some players, and still a handful of players who will reach for everything, regardless of whether it's going to go out or not. And it's second nature. It's how the way they play their game. But here goes Chun Shin Tong. A bit of sparring there before Chun Shin Tong decided that the ball's got to leave the table. And Suning Shah, well, just looking at the game itself, just seems to have, well, a bit of a mental advantage here over her opponent. Now, I don't know whether it's just on the day or it's just generally, but you don't normally see that because Chun Shin Tong is a gutsy player. Oh, that's a very powerful forehand. Didn't think there was going to be a reply to that one. And that winner speed, 62 kilometers per hour, will tell us a bit. And the spin, 95 RPM. Well, did see Mima Ito knock one of 86 kilometers per hour as well early in the day.
2-1.
She had a bit of a problem there with the step. Oh, it's actually her laces that came undone. Always lovely to see yellow shoes, isn't it? Just, well, bright as can be.
2-1.
Oh, well played. Well played, Suning Shah. She's controlled that rally extremely well. This is where she thrives, isn't it? The ability to just change things around. Very, very, well, quick on her feet. Well, the net may play truant, time and time again, but the point still goes to you.
1-4.
So Chen Shintong now just struggling a tad bit after that break. It's 1-4. Needs to pick herself up. Well, a bit of net play first. And Suning Shah will go ahead by 4 points. Come a long way in her playing career too, Suning Shah. The reigning Olympic gold medalist in mixed doubles with Wang Chuqin, and she won this in Tokyo 2020 and Paris 2024. Besides being well, teammates, they're good pals as well. Wang Chuqin, as you know, really reserved lad. She's also the reigning world champion and World Cup champion. She won it last year, that big battle against Wang Yidi.
1-7.
So 1-7. It's getting a bit tough here for Chen Shintong. Been a good play here from Chen Shintong. Wonderful rally from her. Kept her wits together. Was able to get everything back onto the table. So 8-2. Looks like Suning Shah is going to race away, well, to claim this game. Well, just proving to be a bit too hard for Chen Shintong to handle today. Not something that you see, well, too often. Chen Shintong trying to do her own bit. Now that's going to be the third game.
Game to Sun.
Well, it's very hard for Suning Shah to let go of a game after she's won 3 straight in a row. And I think it's going to turn out to be a bit of a daunting effort or a challenge for, well, Chen Shintong when she gets into the fourth game. 11-7, 11-8, 11-2. This one was just a walk in the park for Suning Shah, the third game. This is that one period of time when you would want a coach in your corner, and I think Chen Shintong could do with one. But what do you do when you have well, 2 players from the same nation, same coaches? It's always difficult. Got that ability, Suning Shah, to just craft those subtle spin moves. They almost seem like they're non-existent, but the ball does turn.
Fourth game.
Very aggressive, fast-paced game. Powerful forehand. It's got a couple of tricky serves up her sleeve too, and can adapt to opponents very well. It's very admirable, actually.
Love 1.
Love 1. Chen Shintong does well to keep that straight down the line. Well, every point does count, and regardless of how you earn it. So it's 1-1 here. Chen Shintong to serve. Well, looped out the first time. Wasn't going to happen the second time around. Two all. Much better from Chen Shintong this time. I don't think Suning Shah's too happy with her own efforts. Always looks to breaking her opponent's rhythm.
Let 2-0.
That's with variation, especially those wide-angle shots that we've looked at so often. The ability to make your opponent move while you pretty much stand in the same area. 3-2. All as Chen Shintong, well, definitely showing a bit more depth here. Oh, well played, Chen Shintong. A bit of net play before the ladies could increase that pace. And she stayed in control of this. Chen Shintong, there's no doubt about it.
4-3. Please continue.
Now that's really the kind of game, the kind of rally that, well, Ying Xia is known for. 3-5. Well, you've got fans here for both these ladies, so don't forget it's not just a one-sided affair. But Suning Shah will be very keen on cleaning it up as soon as possible. Well, Chen Shintong will say, I'm still here. 3-6. Well, that's a lovely winner. And that's going to stay hit for certain. No way of coming back from that. So Chen Shintong did not want to, miss out on those points, but she's taken a timeout, and I think a much-needed one, because Suning Shah has just raced away with a few points. Stay with us, don't go anywhere, as the battle between these two, well, top 5 players continues right here at the Galaxy Arena. that timeout where Chen Tong has had a bit of time to go back and, you know, have a rethink of what her
6-5.
plan should be. Keep in mind the fact that, well, the body language of these two players has been very different. Chen Tong, of course, I don't know whether it's fatigue or it's just the day itself, but looking a little, well, not as confident as yesterday. Sometimes you've just got to figure this out, and especially when it's your own teammate. What do you do when a player's on song? It's just very, very difficult, isn't it? Suning Shah has one intent. It's not about, you know, getting through the quarterfinals or the semi-finals. It's about going on and winning the championship, and that would be foremost on her mind, defending a title. If she does, which I guess she just might, because she's got 1 foot in the finale. If she gets through, she faces Kwai Mon. Oh, well, much better year from Chen Tong, but Suning Shah will reign supreme here. Well, just kept those shots coming. She does like to work the table all over, and that's, I think, the beauty of her game. Never restricts herself. Very unpredictable when you're facing her, especially due to that. You don't know which way she's going to go. Good comeback from Min Shah with that net ball. It's now 6-8. Well, these few points will matter most to Chen Tong, because if she can't, well, stall her opponent, it's going to be time for her to take the exit door from the tournament, and Suning Shah, of course, to progress. Suning Shah just a bit unsettled there. Was expecting to find the inner edge. Seven, 8. The 9-7, a few errors there. That'll prove expensive. And I think that's been Chen Tong's the problem today. She hasn't been able to get all those balls back onto the table. You know, she's missed out on a couple of shots, got a few into the net, just kind of misread the movement of the ball a couple of times over. So it's pretty much match point here for Suning Shah. Chen Tong will delay that. Still on match point. The world number 1. We would have loved it to have just been a bit more of a fight here. Not taking anything away from Suning Shah. She's been in absolutely fantastic form. But I really do believe it would have been great to have seen a fight. The other semi-final was such a massive fight between Mima Ito and Kwai Mon. And so was the Calderano and Wang Chuqin game. The 9-10. Chen Tong is staying in it for the time being. Much better in this game than the earlier 3. The first one was 11-7. Second one, Chen Tong almost affecting a comeback. It went to 11-8. But that third game was when it went straight off to Suning Shah, 11-2. Lovely backhand flick, but what a return here from Chen Tong. It's now 10-all. Well, Suning Shah does come from the Hebei province. And advantage, Chen Tong, 11-10. Well, Chen Tong does come from the Shenyang area. And it's even Stevens back again here.
12-10. Game to 10.
So 12-10, even Stevens only for one game. And the best part is we've still got 3 games left. And more importantly, well, just one game for Suning Shah to count it off. But lovely fight here from her opponent, Chen Tong. So it's 3 games to Suning Shah, 1 to Chen Tong. Stay with us as we continue with the second semi-final in the women's event. There are the scores: 11-7, 11-8, 11-2, 12-10.
Serve, love all.
So Chen to serve. She's pulled 1 game away from Suning Shah. That's going to be very interesting to see how these two progress. Well, the last time that she did hold, Suning Shah to that, to a tough game was way back in 2024, the WGT Finals in Fukuoka. It was a 5-game event.
1 up.
Looking a tad bit more confident here now, Chen Tong. And I think that is so needed. Well, just getting really, really a bit flustered here. It's now 1-all. I think she really needs to, well, dig deep here.
Let 1-all.
So reserve here from Suning Shah. Those exchanges are always going to work in favor of the world number 1. So leads by 2 points to 1. Well, both these young ladies do have, as I said earlier, very good fan following, but Suning Shah, well, so many of the athletes look up to her, upcoming athletes from school especially. Consider her a role model. She's a very focused player, extreme hard work, extreme training. so much of mental, preparation for these games as well. Chen Shintong will serve at 1-3. Well, she does know that it's getting to be a bit, well, challenging up against, the world number one. I wonder how many times they've actually spent sparring with each other during training sessions. 5-1. And this time, Chen Shintong will get the better of Suning Shah. Lovely topspin there, decent backhand return, but that finishing move, absolutely fantastic. And that's what you really have to do. You've got to find out the spots where Suning Shah is just going to find it a bit tough to reach. Doesn't happen too often, and really attack that. Very easy for me to sit back and talk, but, well, the world number one thinks at the speed of light, and that's how she changes her game and approach. It's 2-6 now. Chen Shintong to serve. Straight off the net. Definitely not intentional. So 7-3. Let's also quickly remind you that coming up next, it's going to be Lin Shidong taking on Liang Jinkung. That's going to be another exciting matchup. That'll be a last game for the day. We already have Calderano and Kwai Man in the men's and women's finals respectively, Kwai Man awaiting the winner of this game. Once again, Suning Shah will dominate. It's now 8-3. Well, did see Chen Shintong effect a good comeback in the previous game. Well, left to be seen if she can, well, just replicate that here. But the world number one's coming with intent, as I said earlier. So that forehand push is going to take it way away from the table, and now it's 2 points away from match points once again. Well, it's almost like a normal practice session, isn't it? When players get warmed up, especially when, in your training days, when you're in the youth teams. It's always a bit of, well, back and forth that goes on when you want to practice your shots, your spin. A nice comeback from Chen Shintong, but it's now going to be match point here for Suning Shah. Chen Shintong has had a few questions today in her mind, not just posed by Suning Shah, but some by herself. She's faltered a bit on her shots and her comeback or her returns. And that's pretty much it. All done and dusted here. All in the day's work, says Suning Shah, as she finishes, well, the semi-final with a 4-1 victory. Well, it did take a bit of time. Was told there. She does wait to, well, her fans as well as to the cup. Let's not forget that it's a very, very important one for us. Just to look at now how the final has shaped up. Suning Shah will go on to meet Suning Shah will go on, of course, to meet her fellow teammate Kwai Mon, and that's going to be a mouth-watering battle. Suning Shah likes to lead from the front. Kwai Mon likes to come from behind to win. It's going to be a very, very interesting battle, and to watch the world number 1 taking on the world number 7. And I'm sure that Suning Shah is going to have reflections of her time when she faced the top seeds on her way to the top. A really, really good game. And I think it's a worthy finale. Kwai Mon's earned a spot. Suning Shah, of course, came with a plan, and she's pretty much stuck to it. We do hope you've enjoyed our coverage of this semi-final encounter. So we've already got the finalists set, Kwai Mon and Suning Shah in the final. Only thing left to be seen now is who will take on Hugo Calderano in the men's finale. So here's the final score: 11-7, 11-8, 11-2, 12-10, 10-12, sorry, 11-4. So 4-1, Suning Shah wins over Chan Shin Thong. Suning Shah, well, big difference there, 54 points won compared to 33 from Chen. Points won on own serve, 27 compared to Chan Shin Thong's 18, and on opponent serve, this is the big one too, 27 as compared to what Chan Shin Thong won, which was 15 points. So up next, the last and final game of the penultimate stage of the ITTF Men's and Women's World Cup 2025 in Macau. Suning Shah, of course, will have a few words while we get ready for the men's finale. Don't go anywhere.
In this match against your teammate, give us a review of this match. 恭喜莎莎进入到决赛，本场比赛与队友交手，你会如何回顾呢？
我觉得其实今天这场比赛，我觉得发挥的还是不错吧。其实包括一上来的调动，包括进入状态的这种快速，而且其实面对陈一能这场比赛，我还是做足了非常充分的困难准备，因为我觉得其实我们之间也非常熟悉，而且其实彤彤也是具有一定的实力的选手，所以说面对今天这场半决赛，自己在赛前的这种准备方面，我觉得还是做得更充分一些。
I think for today's match, my performance was quite good. I got into my zone very quickly, and also I came into this match anticipating difficulties in a very thorough way. I am very familiar with Chen Xintong. She's a very strong opponent. I think because of my sufficient preparation, that's why I can win this semi-final.
So give us some thoughts on tomorrow's match. 明天的决赛你会怎么准备呢？
我觉得明天将会是一场非常艰苦的比赛吧。其实款曼在近期的状态，我相信大家也能看到，其实他的进步，其实还有他现在对比赛的这种掌控来说，而且他一路也是非常的艰苦进到了决赛。所以说，对于自己来说，明天将会是一场全力以赴去拼，而且要做好这种非常充分的困难准备，然后希望自己在赛场上能够给大家呈现更精彩的表现。
I think tomorrow's match will be a tough one. We can all see the incredible improvement from Kwai Man. She's also in good form, and her control of the match is better. And also, she clawed her way into the final. So for tomorrow's match, I will go all out, anticipating all the difficulties.
Thank you, Sasha. See you tomorrow. 明天见，谢谢莎莎。
Thank you.
Very quickly, let's take a look at Liang Jinkung and Lin Shidong. Well, Lin Shidong got the better of Truls Mogard 4-love, while Liang Jinkung got the better of Darko Jorgic 4-2. And one of these two, of course, will meet Hugo Calderano. Calderano, well, defeating Wang Chu-chin, the world number 2, or Calderano's world number 5, but defeating Wang Chu-chin 4-3. Let's not forget in the semi-final you have the world number 1, world number 2, world number 4, and world number 5. 3 was missing. So, very clearly, let's get straight to the big game right now with the world number 1 and the world number 4 lock on. Stay with us.
现场的各位，还是一样，从5开始倒计时，准备好，5、4、3、2、1。Men's singles semifinal, first for number 4, representing China, Liang Jinkung.
Yes, Liang Jinkung representing China, the world number 4, and his opponent.
And now, world number 1, representing China, Lin Shidong.
There's Lin Shidong, the lad of the moment. Yesterday's birthday boy was 19, took on the world number 1 ranking at 19. That was in February 2025. An outstanding time at the Singapore Smash this year. And these lads, of course, are teammates. Lin Shidong and Liang Jinkung.
Akram Ben Atia, Tunisia, assist umpire, Chan Chi-Wai, Hong Kong, China.
Just a word there on umpires. We will introduce them to you later again. It's Akram Ben Atia of Tunisia, who is the main umpire, and Chan Chi-Wai of Hong Kong, who will assist him. Darko Jorgic was the one that Liang Jinkung had to get past. He also defeated Shunsuke Tagami in the round of 16, and Tagami is one of those fiery fast players. Lin Shidong, on the other hand, got the better of 2 Swedes on his path to the semi-final, beat Anton Karlberg 4-3 in the round of 16, and Truls Mogard 4-love in the quarterfinal. It's quite amazing how he actually got past Truls Mogard very, very fast. And it's just one of those unique talents, and there's a reason for it. We'll talk about that as we get on with the game. But Lin Shidong currently assumed the world number 1 ranking on the 11th of February 2025. Current ranking, of course, is still number 1. He's 20 years old. Was picked from the Hainan provincial team in 2015, won the singles title at the National Youth Championships in 2020, and entered the Chinese national team. The
Blue
first
or red?
athlete from Hainan,
Red for
the
Lin
Chinese national team.
and blue for Liang.
Yes, Akram Ben Atia, the umpire.
Red, Lin, you win the toss. What do you choose? Service for Lin, receive for Liang. Which side? Good match.
So Lin Shidong choosing to start off with the serve, and Liang Jinkung will remain on his side. Liang Jinkung, 28 years old, world ranking 4, seeded 4 in the tournament, right hand shake hand grip. These lads know each other very well, they're fairly good mates. Goes Lin Shidong, really the younger of the two by 8 years, world ranking number 1, seeded 1, right hand shake hand grip. Was promoted to the national team in 2022. Lin Shidong won his first WCD title at the WCD FIDE European Summer Series held in Budapest. Then represented China at the 2022 ITTF World Youth Championships, winning 4 gold medals, including the under-19 singles title. 2023 successfully defended his 4 titles at the ITTF World Youth Championships. Also paired with Kwai Man in the mixed doubles at the 2023 World Championships, winning bronze in his first appearance. That, of course, is our assistant umpire, Chan Chi-Wai of Hong Kong. So we are down to the last game of the penultimate stage. And while everyone has made their exit, only the cream of the crop, only the best two in the women have progressed in this very event, and that's Kuning Shaw and Kuai Mon, both from China. Table tennis will be represented by, the men's arena will be represented by a Brazilian in one corner, and that of course is going to be Hugo Calderano, and one of these two lads. It could have been an all-Chinese final had Wang Chuqin won that, but Calderano decided to write a different story this time. So my name is Glenn Mascarenas, and I'm here to take you through the rest of this game, right till the end. And you can be sure that it's going to be a tough one.
Lean to serve.
Two different styles, two lads from the same team. One, a versatile thinking player, Liang Jinkung. The other who works on pace and creative shots.
One, love.
Good start there. Wanted to go in for the slog. Lin Shidong is a tricky player to play.
One.
And Liang Jinkung will get his own here as he takes the point away.
One, two.
And I'll take that back. It's Lin Shidong. Just one good thing about Liang Jinkung, he is a thinking player. Doesn't have, so many trademark shots like Lin Shidong. Doesn't have that wonderful cheetah flick that he uses, which is such an amazing, weapon to have. But he's a versatile thinking player.
Two.
That makes Liang Jinkung quite a tough player to deal with. That's the reason why he's world number 4.
2, 3.
Liang Jinkung holding a slender lead here. Remember when Lin Shidong was playing Truls Mogard yesterday, it was an entirely different game. Today he's playing a lad who's got a game that is fairly similar to his. Just a different style.
4-2.
That's paid off the net, so just going through a few worries early. 4-2. Well, you can tell yesterday Lin Shidong had a very, very different approach to the game, because he was playing an opponent, but here when he's playing Liang Jinkung, even though these lads are very competitive, there's a certain degree of respect or a certain way that you approach the game that differs when a Chinese player plays against another Chinese player.
5-2.
Liang Jinkung dominating that early part of the game. It's 5-2. Oh, what a wonderful rally. What a wonderful rally. Just wait for those to happen. But Liang Jinkung taking the lead here. He's ahead by 4 points in this first game. 22 shots in all in that rally. And 22 quick shots, mind you. So absolutely wonderful play here from these two top 5 paddlers. And that says it all. Liang Jinkung with that victory whoop.
3-6.
The 3-6. Well, Lin Shidong's temperament is very, very different. And I think that's the important part. He's not one of those players to lose his cool. He'll just go about his business. And if he can keep that through the years, because as the years progress, there's expectancy, and there's of course expectations of a tall order And then that's when the pressure rides on you and the emotions start pouring out. But so far, so good.
7-4.
Liang Jin-kung really playing his heart out here. So they've met on 5 occasions, these two, with Liang Jin-kung winning 2, Lin Chidong 3.
5,
those matches.
7.
Now 5-7. So the last time they met was at the World Table Tennis Champions in Chongqing, and it's Lin Chidong who won 4-1. It was in the semi-final, also in the ITTF ATTU Asian Cup in Shenzhen. Again this year in the semi-final, it was Liang Jin-kung who won 4-3 in that 7-game event.
6-7.
6-7, they're fairly strong against each other. Lin Chidong also won the 2025 Singapore Smash in the final. It was, well, Liang Jin-kung that he defeated, 4-2. And that's when his ranking also went up to world number 1. He's also defeated Liang Jin-kung at the 2024 WTT Star Contender in Doha, Qatar. There was a 3-love finish. But the first time they met in 2023, it was Liang Jin-kung who won 4-2. Oh, he splashed that. Absolutely strong flick to take the lead for the first time. And just finding his groove here, you can see that, well, every time he does move and does get back to, you know, his, well, general stance after a point. And Liang Jin-kung says, I'm going to come right back at you. It's 8-all. And he's flashed that.
8.
Extremely fast. He's got a couple of quick moves in there that make a difference. Exceptional backhand, his powerful cross-court backhand, and his use of heavy spin. Done that often. Pushed back into a defensive move, and that's what Liang Jin-kung does best. He's absolutely great at making his opponents get into uncomfortable positions for a return. And that's what I meant by saying he's a strategic player. Does really think his way through. Service there from Liang Jin-kung as he leads in this first game, and he's at game point. Well, he knows that Lin Chidong is a tough opponent. He's not going to take him lightly. Would like to even the score between the two of them. That's going to be deuce. Keep in mind the fact that the score currently stands at Lin Chidong having won 3 encounters, Liang Jin-kung 2. If Liang Jin-kung wins this, well, it's going to be 3-all. And that's in the overall scheme of things. Lin Chidong will serve, but the players level currently.
Lin Chidong, not vertical.
He's been called for that serve a couple of times. The ball not being vertical, vertical during the serve. And of course, for the ball being hidden as well. He'll have to be careful of that here today. Oh, that's a powerful one from Liang Jin-kung. A lovely forehand drive. Well, just generating a good bit of spin as well on that. And it's advantage Liang Jin-kung, 11-10.
11-11.
And it's back to level footing here for the paddlers. We're still in the first game, mind you. We're still in the first game of this second semi-final in the men's, with one of these lads who will make it through to the finale to be played out tomorrow. And Liang Jin-kung once again gets another one in. It's 12-11. Certainly a huge cry of joy there.
12-12.
The 12 all back again. No respite for either of the lads here. Oh, powerfully done there. Lin Chidong, well, in control of that. Liang Jinkung, well, unable to just return that back. Did get a good bit of a loop drive early on, but it certainly is, well, Lin Chidong who ruled that. Game point once again for Lin Chidong.
13-13.
Let's make that 13 all back again. This is going to go on for a bit, believe you me. Lin Chidong just chiding himself, asking himself, what was that all about?
14-13.
The 14-13, Liang Jinkung with the advantage as he serves. Well, there'd be nothing better than Liang Jinkung than to actually, well, move his teammate out of this event, because in the final, in the Singapore Smash, it was defeated him.
13.
And that pretty much will settle it. Liang Jinkung takes the first game, 15-13. It's a very, very interesting turn of events. So Liang Jinkung, well, looking very strong in this game. Lin Chidong still finding his feet. We saw a few glimpses of his brilliance, but it is 15-13 in the first game. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with this semi-final action.
Second game, Liang Jinkung to serve. Last all.
Yeah, Liang Jinkung will start off the service in the second game.
Last one.
Lin Chidong taking that first point.
Love.
Leads now 2-love. Got a very powerful backhand, very strong forehand, Lin Chidong. Very tricky shots. Well, those returns have been phenomenal from Lin Chidong as he gets up to 3-love.
Love 4.
Love 4. And it's all about, well, those returns, he's able to, well, get most of them back, and he's now beginning to construct his shots and anticipate the opponent's return. And that's really one of the, well, I think amazing bits of weapons that Lin Sedong has. He mixes a high degree of spin in most of his shots. And there's a lot of variation with what he does. Liang Jinkung will get one back. It's 5-1. Lin Sedong to serve again.
One.
6-1. Service there from Lin Sedong.
One. 7.
1-7. And Liang Jinkung will fight back. Well, it would have been an awesome rally, yeah, but Lin Sedong will lead by 8-2. I don't think this is the way that, well, Liang Jinkung really was expecting it to go.
Two. 9.
The 2-9 on 9-2. Well, that's turning out to be a real battle here. Now let's take a look at that. Liang Jinkung, a lovely backhand flick. Just getting enough of, well, spin on that. To put it out of reach, and that ball's paced away. Lovely acceleration on that one. So, 3-9. Make that 4-9.
9.
Just unsettled when he got into this game, Liang Jinkung, and Lin Sedong not giving him, well, too much of area to move around. So we get to game point for the first time here in this event with Lin Sedong. Now we'll serve at 10-4 for the game.
11-4. Game 2.
And he'll take this game 11-4, so it's one game all in the men's semi-final. After that absolutely brilliant start, 15-13 to Liang Jinkung. So this game turning around in favor of Lin Sedong, and it's 11-4.
Third game. Lin to serve. Last all.
Lin Shidong. That was a good rally and well won. Liang Jinkung will own that. A lovely rally going on between these two. That expression is priceless.
1-1.
So it's 1-all. Liang Jinkung to serve. So well played there. Lin Shidong, those tricky shots can be such a worry. Oh, that is a fantastic move. Certainly flashed that forehand, really strong. It's 3-1. Let's make that 4-1. Two, 4. Liang Jinkung also packs in a good amount of experience. And he brings that to the table. Let's not forget, well, he's such a fantastic talent in his own right. Oh, well played. Liang Jinkung ruling that one. It's 3-4. .64 kilometers per hour, that winner speed from Liang Jinkung.
Five, 3.
Very, very interesting the way that this is playing out, really.
Six, 3.
6-3 currently. Lin Shidong leads.
Seven.
3-7. The 3-8, those points are now just coming in. Wonderful move there from Liang Jinkung to get it on the line, but that's come back in. However, did he get that back in that looping shot? Well, he did it twice. Missed out the third time. Liang Jinkung will claim it. But that is wonderful play from the world number 1 and power play from the world number 4. Well, that looping return earlier did it, but not the second time around. Well, had to work for that, Liang Chun-kung.
Let 8-4. Nine
9-4.
Four 10.
Game point, Lin Shidong. Well, chopped that twice, but Liang Chun-kung will rule this. 5-10. And that'll finish it. The powerful backhand flick will be enough to make it. Well, Lin Shidong's game as he leads by 2 games to 1 here. Gentle push back twice. And then that quick finish. Spoke earlier about the cheetah flick. We spoke earlier about his ability to use shots. So 11-4, 11-5. 2 straight games won here by Lin Shidong.
Fourth game. Liang Chun-kung to serve. Last all.
Liang Chun-kung will serve in the 4th game.
Last one.
And those quick returns, well, the stars excel to a great extent with them. Something that we've seen a couple of times over from
1-1.
And this time, Liang Chun-kung will windmill that point very convincingly. Two all. Well, much needed here. Lin Shidong holding on to his own. I think Liang Chun-kung just struggling a tad bit. Trying to get that ball back onto the table. He's definitely had a few worries.
Five, two.
5-2.
Fall, 3, 5. Lean, not vertical. Review.
Well, so a couple of times Lin Shidong has had that problem.
By
He said
Lee Shendong for service angle.
Lin Shidong, of course, has said that earlier. He's had a few worries with that through this tournament, and with the visibility as well. Yesterday he was called for that when he was up against Truls Mogard. Well, and the ball was hidden at that time, but we are going to check this because it's, remember, 2 appeals allowed per player, and if his appeal is successful, he will, of course. So that's a service angle fault, as you can see.
Successful by Lin Shendong.
So he's got only 1 appeal left.
Challenge remaining for Lee Shendong.
He's got just 1 challenge left. If his appeal was successful, he would have still had 2 appeals left. And that means it's a point that will go to, of course,
5.
To Liang Jinkung. He's well, been cautioned about it a few times in this game. Second time, actually. Here's
3, 6.
and Lin Shidong goes up to a 3-point lead. He's very, very focused. Liang Jinkung just a little bit unsettled. And that's what Liang Jinkung is known for, to unsettle other players. Puts them in very tough positions to play returns. That's straight off the edge. Much better from Liang Jinkung. Well, also will do his temperament a bit of good here, just to win a point back. To 6-5, and Liang Jinkung fighting back strong. Well, just what the doctor ordered, you think?
Five, 7.
And that's 5-7. Well, both these paddlers know that they're playing for a spot in the finals. Lin Shidong will be reaching his first final. It'll be very interesting. It's what everyone waits for. The Men's World Cup, the Women's World Cup. And Liang Jinkung just can't believe that. But it's 5-7. Remember, we are in the 4th game between these 2 paddlers. Well, just stretching his opponent here now, Lin Shidong, and he's so good with those returns. Well, just that ability to turn things around. Works very, very well. He's one of the quickest players around. He's got really good footwork, very, very nimble-footed.
8-6.
But Liang Jinkung will not give it up. He's just 2 points behind.
Stop. Lean. Time wasting.
Now that's a caution handed out to Lin Shidong. He's picked up a yellow card for, well, delaying time. Well, he's been reprimanded twice today. And And he just had that schoolboy look. Well, it's definitely unsettled him a little bit too. It's, well, 8-7. Got to get himself back into, well, the moment. Now this one's going to fall back on Liang Jinkung, so it's 9 or 7-9. Oh, well played. Well played by Lin Shidong. The change in direction, the accuracy there in the placement of that shot is so fantastic. Such a surefire backhand, and that backhand works every time for him. Game point. And Liang Jinkung, strong comeback here. Well, just increasing that pace and taking that tempo up, well, just making the difference after that gentle play. These are both very, very strong, well, table tennis minds. Let's not forget Lin Shidong, of course, being 8 years younger. He's very, very nimble-footed. He's very fast. But Liang Jinkung plays a very thinking game. He's a fantastic athlete as well. So Lin Shidong serving for the game.
11,
And there we go.
Game
I was just talking about the fact that he does mix a good amount of spin in his shots, and it's so deceptive that you can't even tell the difference, you know, when it goes from shot to shot. And the pace of that and the mix, that's where you really get caught out. Absolutely fantastic play by Lin Shidong. Really very much in control of that point. So he's now leading 3-1. There's the scores. 15-13, 4-11, 5-11, 8-11. Lin Shidong leads for 3 games.
Time. Switch game. Link to serve. Last all. Last one.
That's another positive start here. Another positive start, and just what the doctor ordered, you would believe. Liang Jinkung needs to really pull up his socks here, because now he's 3 games behind.
1-1.
Bit off the edge, and it's 1-all. Don't forget that Lin Shidong, of course, was called for his angle of serve for the toss, as well as given a yellow card. Reverse pendulum there.
2-1.
Heavy amount of backspin being used to start off the serve there. That reverse pendulum, well, is what he does use in times when he really needs to. Liang Jinkung. So he leads by 2-1.
Let Liang, not vertically.
Now Liang Jinkung being called, and he's asked, he's not going to ask for a review. Just accept it and move on. Just a caution. Two all now. When you get into a quick rally, especially when it's up close to the table, this is where Lin Shidong does tend to be very strong.
3-2.
So 3-2. And he's very, very quick. First lad from the, well, Henan province to be drafted into the Chinese national team. Carries that honor.
3-3.
So 3-all, well played by Liang Jinkung. Pretty much the pride of the Hainan province. Comes from Danzhou in Hainan. Liang Jinkung himself is a 3-time bronze medalist in the men's singles at the World Table Tennis Championships, a top junior player, just like Lin Shidong was.
4-4.
Has great potential. Selected to represent China at the World Championships in 2015. He was 18 at the time. Competed in the men's singles event. Made it to the round of 32 before being eliminated by teammate Zhang Zhikei. But unfortunate here for Liang Jinkung. Let's not forget he beat Han Zhendong in the round of 16, but ended up losing in the semi-finals to Ma Long in the 2019 World Championships. He's had his time out of the spotlight.
Timeout.
Liang Jinkung calling a timeout here, and I think that's much needed because Lin Shidong is running away with the points, and if he wins this game, he will win the match and go to the finals. Stay with us. So when you have teammates like you had, well, earlier Chen Shintong and Suning Xia from China, you don't have a coach in your corner. Your timeout has to be where you get to rethink, use your own thought process to rethink your strategy. And that's what the Liang Jinkung would have done.
4-7.
Well, it's 4-7. Lovely return there from Lin Shidong. Just read that serve very, very well. That's another winner. He moves up to 8-4. When you look at Liang Jinkung, just can't believe it. Well, those returns are just absolutely stunning from him. And, you know, he plays very much like a lot of the Japanese table tennis players who rely on extreme pace. Tomokazu Harimoto being one of them. And Liang Jinkung just, you know, got the better of another Japanese player, you know, to make the quarterfinals. So it's an interesting turn of events.
8-5.
A little better there as it's 8-5. So Liang Jinkung got the better of, you know, Darko Jorgic in the quarterfinals.
Not particular.
So once again,
Review.
Lin Shidong says, I'll take the TTR review, doesn't matter, even if it's my last one. And to be fair to Lin Shidong, every single
Challenge
review
by
of his
Lee Shindong.
has
Service.
actually been
Angle.
unsuccessful in the last few games. So he has challenged that, and left to be seen. Well, we will have the, officials check the different angles. And I think it's just
Service
about,
ball. Challenge unsuccessful. Zero review.
well, just about missed
for
it
Lin
by a
Shindong.
small margin. I can't, well, Lin Shidong himself can't believe that. Oh, you've got the crowd behind them as well.
Timeout. Lin Shindong.
Lin Shidong will take a much needed timeout. I think he really does require it at this point. Was just looking at Liang Jin-kung, and he got the better of Shunsuke Tagami, and that was 4-2 in the round of 16. Now Tagami or Imoto play a game that is very similar to what Lin Shidong plays, with one difference. The Japanese players, of course, do rely on speed, but it becomes tricky when playing Lin Shidong because he tends to mix a lot of spin into his shots, and that is deceptive spin. It's not what you can expect, it's not what you can always see, but it's so subtle, but it's there, and it's something that, even probably Suning Shah tends to do with those speed returns. There's just that amount of spin or that turn mixed in that becomes difficult to read it. And I think that's what Liang Jin-kung is facing today. Lin Shidong pretty much is peaking as far as his career is concerned. And, we are looking at a new star. We pretty much knew that at the Singapore Smash, where, again, he got the better of Liang Jin-kung in the final. And that was such an event, too. If you look at how that finished off, it was, well, 9-11, 11-8, 11-8, 6-11, 11-3, 11-2. Lin Shidong winning it 4-2 over Liang Jin-kung. But since then, he's got a lot stronger. Currently, it stands at 3-1 in the games in this very match. So now, it's 6-9. And that timeout would have done Liang Jin-kung well. So 9-7. Liang Jin-kung is also staying in it. Well, these are very, very, tough players. You don't expect them to give up without a fight. You don't expect them to just let things, lie loose. They are going to come back, and they are going to come back very strong at you time and time again.
10-7.
So 10-7, it's match point here for Lin Shidong. And I think also a very, very important point for Liang Jin-kung, because he's got to hold his own.
11-7.
And that's pretty much it. 11-7, drops the first game, comes back to win the next 4 games. It's been a fantastic performance here from a young, Lin Shidong. What a performance. Liang Jin-kung, of course, will appreciate the support from his fans, but he has been, to be very fair, outclassed in this game by young Lin Shidong. And that scoreline says it all. So it's going to be Lin Shidong taking on Hugo Calderano, and expect a mouth-watering battle tomorrow in the final of the ITTF Men's World Cup Macau 2025. That's the final bit. Liang Jin-kung just putting it out, and also putting himself out of the tournament this time. It's a bit unfortunate for him, but Lin Shidong just too strong today. From that second game, he just turned things around entirely. And there's a good bit of mutual respect between them, even though, Lin Shidong is just a youngster. Well, Liang Jin-kung knows that he's gone down to a very worthy opponent. And it's not been, just a walk in the park for for him. But Lin Shidong's gone about his business in a very, very interesting manner in this entire tournament. It's been very, confident performances from him. And 57 points won by Lin Shidong compared to Liang Jinkung's 39. 31 on his own serve, 27 on his opponent's serve. For Liang Jinkung, 21 on his own serve, 18 on his opponent's serve. So we've got the big finale happening tomorrow. We are going to leave you with glimpses of today's event, but first, here is Lin Shidong to say a few words.
Reaching the World Cup final for the first time. How would you evaluate this match? 恭喜石头首次进入到世界杯决赛，你会如何评价本场比赛呢？
其实今天跟梁哥这场，可能自己上去可能调动的还不错吧。我们两个第一局其实双方打得都非常好，然后也是打到了关键球。虽然自己输了，但是可能后面可能经过调整会就是还是想着去一分一分去拼它吧。
In fact, in this match against Liang Jingkun, I did a great job finding my groove. Going into the match in the first game, we both did a great job, and this match went to the final crucial point. Although I lost that game, but after that, I managed to make adjustments and strive for it 1 point at a time.
So tomorrow you will face Hugo in the final. How will you prepare for that? 明天你将会与雨果交战，你会如何准备呢？
其实雨果一路赢下来也是非常强吧，然后前面赢了张本，然后后面今天也赢了头哥吧，然后我感觉我相信他的状态还是非常好，然后可能明天这场决赛其实自己也非常期待吧，然后我也相信会是一场精彩的决赛吧，然后自己也会全力以赴吧。
The journey for Hugo Calderado has been impressive as he has advanced all the way from the first match, and he has defeated Tomokazu Harimoto, Wang Chuqing, and other very strong players, and he's in a great form right now. So I look forward very much to the final tomorrow, and I believe it's going to be a very excellent match, and I will put my best foot forward.
Thank you, Stone. See you tomorrow. 明天见，谢谢石头。
So words there from Lin Shidong about his preparation. Let's leave you with some of the best moments from that game. So there we have it, the final for the men's. It is Lin Shidong who overcomes Liang Jinkung 4-1 to meet up with Hugo Calderano. Calderano earlier on the day got the better of Wang Chuqin 4-3, and it's going to be such a brilliant affair. An experienced Brazilian contender, world number 5, against the world number 1, who's just 20 years old. Let's not forget it's going to be another one about experience where Suning Chao's 24 takes on the 21-year-old, Kwai Man. And I think that's really something to look forward to. So I do hope you've enjoyed our coverage of this event. I'll join you again tomorrow. But for now, it's time for me, Glenn, to shut shop and ship out of here and say, well, stay happy, and don't forget to join us all over again tomorrow when we return with coverage of the finale in the ITTF Men's and Women's World Cup Macau 2025. Once again, from this very venue, the Galaxy Arena. See you then.